Ebusuanti andra ena breaking news eba abonten ani nyina ne say Alan Kojo Kyerematen wa resign. Na we ena enam so ema Afia Schwar yes wa be drop e secret. Onu susu say reason ti Alan Kyerematen o lose ye no ebusuan Afia Schwar wa chechu. Ena afi Afia Schwar o kasa ni mu na no ena Kennedy akufo-addo Japan ne fans ni bi yes omu shedi Afia Schwar na wo say Afia Schwar ebusuan Ototo fire bi or the Kennedy akufo-addo Japan. Neno na Afia Adom Otchere ono so say Alan Kojo Kyerematen resignation na or the ababonten no o blame one person eno Kennedy akufo-addo Japan. Denti ena okasa no kokonsa ni nyina no ebusua ye bedwedwem ewo ha mashrawa so we be share video we na afoforo so ensa ebeke bi na afi wo be share wadwen ama me e comment section ho sesia there is one product ewo edwaso eno de wo pese wo skin etoso wo dark spot na wo pese ni nyina no efri wo eye product ba kope ena ebeje wo ni nyina Chloe K ebusua omo wo facial cream omo wo serum omo wo body lotion afi so omo san so ewo ni soap wo use wo skin ebe fefefe. Now, interestingly, product no ebusuan is good for all skin types. Inti afam so we kokko anasa we tuntum. Ena afi se wo US na wo pe product we ya shipping free. Se wo other country na wo pe product we bi so dia and the sekeki tu bi ena wo betua for shipping na afi dia wonsa aka wo product. Inti mashawa so be free Chloe K ebusuan na woni omo ebetwetwen enkomo. Inti endra sad news ena eba bontin ebi so say good news depending on candidate was supported. Nina ne say Alan Kojo Kyerematen yes obechire mu say wa withdraw from NPP presidential primaries ebeko so 4th November no ena amanfo bebre na na ebusuan ma akere o madwen na no ena Afia Schwar ebusuan wa ba bonten na trust me Afia Schwar nsam a oka no deep edru ne kasa no baby no na mekra no mekra ho nsam ban na Afia Schwar oka about Alan Kojo Kyerematen ne resignation.
Politician enya position na obefre wo bi e de na be hye wo no obefre ne mami nua ba then ba your family cannot push you. No, your family cannot push you. If you're a politician and you're not building a generation after you, you are joking. I'm telling you today, what makes John Hammer very powerful in the NDC? Make it know. The NDC used to belong to the horse. What has made John Hammer powerful in the NDC is because he built boys. He built boys. He built boys. He built a generation that will come and hold him high. That made John Mahama powerful in NDC. The point is, who is building who in NPP? NPP penny for muchimo day. Munyaska munkwambese mudi. Munyaska pese munkwamudi. The Alan Cash issue must serve as a lesson to every politician. Must serve as a lesson because when your money cannot push you, the people you built will push you. When your money cannot push you, the generation you helped can push you. Now, what politics? Now, you are going to say, what was your for pet? Anna, what about Boya? So, what politics? Sorry. Now, I didn't say, what about Prisika? And the akufo-addo pet. Now, what about Trimuda? This is your story. This is your story. This is your story. And it's for politicians. Everybody should take a cue from this. Everybody. Almost start a campaign. Me and my papa hope Sinadoye, which is Empress Gift Kunu. Every send me campaigning for Alan Cash. And I ask myself, Obi Oba me papa yes obo 2,000 Ghana. And I message him say. The point is, when you don't have that money, you need people. That is why you must build people from the scratch. You must build people from the scratch. Politicians must take a cue from this. So who bodama? Who hear nipa? And I do my bodam. Question is why na wabuano? Why na wapejano? Why na wo so ne nsa? Se wontimi nyina ho a. Also munegyina ho. This is a lesson to everybody. Moyankwala. Who knew Alan Cash 2007? That time na legon. Sika suwa ni pate. Sika suwa. Mame kansa mchao. When he was doing his campaign this time around, Edi Alan Cash no kwa will be anka. There was nothing like Alan Cash because there was no cash. But since that time no one will be a free form. And then kwa pejana. Sanenko will be. Oh, me wafa asienye. Oh, me se madam fu bibenye. People are so wicked that when opportunities show up, and you omo yampo. So mo be chire obi. And you omo ya. When opportunities show up, you must build people randomly. People you don't even know. People you don't even know. Because that is how you build loyalty. That is how you build a gang. That is how you build a formidable brand. That is how you build a cartel. And then the other one, you wait to me, I will be assisting and winning the answer with me. Wait, I will be assisting and winning the answer with me. Me, Afia, me, Nishino, I've got orphans that I have positioned them in life. That when life hits me to the fucking wall, me won yanka. Omucho many omo mama neme. Omuni mami bia kame ho. Build people. One man tell me now in area now no. Build people. Build people. Build people. Area now no. Build people. Eduma now no. Build people. I saw you now, no. Build people. Build people. Pick people from the ground and level them. You will need them. You need perfume.
Neno na Afia Schwar Adom or kasani muna na emusuan Kennedy Akompre ko Japan ni followers ni bi almost started so almost they say Afia Schwar Adom or comment section ho neno na Afia Schwar Adom say Montage Kennedy say nea ebe eye no so ebusuan ohu ebedwiri yenti anombra na afi yankopol Adom Otchere nsama wo de atubia
na me friend me kwase abaye me wanwa. You are supporting Kennedy Agyapong and you're insulting me. That's what you people believe in, and that's your downfall. Your leader is behind us begging. You are here calling me Kwasiaba. That's your downfall. If you are supporting Kennedy Agyapong and you're insulting me, do you think I am to even come and tell us you are stupid? You all shot Kwasiaba at 11 midnight with your data, asshole. Am I surprised that you are campaigning for Kennedy Agyapong on my page? Am I surprised? I'm talking to intelligent people, not stupid people. I'm sorry. I don't need stupid followers. If my followers are only 4, I appreciate it. Because they've got brains. I build brain. I don't entertain foolishness. You think I'm surprised? The one you are here campaigning for was showcasing women's pussy because he was angry. Or Timmy friend, the baby mama send him threat. You want this one to come and lead who? Kwasia. Me. Me diba to abama Kennedy Agyapong. Kam diba kwa konumri. Mo guys mejimion. Kai. Mo guys mejimion. No bia. They attend the party. I am to mano. NPP omo for party no mano. It's just the truth. And NPP will not give the party to him because Kennedy can act. He's not ready. Me, I told these people, he is not ready. He is not. He's not. He's not. If he's ready, he's not ready. And NPP party is not for social media followers like you. And the more emotions, you vote for Kennedy. When you delegate, to say me, to for Jimmy Koda, now boy 11. Nyane, when you delegate for Kwasi Koda, now boy 11. Addicted for Jimmy Koda, abo 11. Onye delegates. Won't call to Wabanibi. To Babada, we vote for Kennedy. Your mouth is not a vote. At least, me kasa any party. Who kasa kawiyem. So take your foolishness and go and sleep. And let's have intelligent discourse. For Jimmy Koda, Now want to aba. What a candidate. Na. All kinds of politics is centered around your emotions. It's a business.
Neno na Paul Adom Otchere ono so say owa asam ka sane amanfo su social media omonti asese Alan Kyerematen wa withdraw from NPP presidential primaries no ono Paul Adom Otchere nipa ba ko a obe blame no eye Ken Agyapong. Why is Paul Adom Otchere saying that?
That is heavy. That's really, really heavy. And Kyerematen says, how did we get here as a party in the first place? And how far are we prepared to tread on this dangerous path to self-destruction? Unquote. I am a key admirer of Kyerematen, and he says that he's going to consult people who are his well-wishers. And what do we have to tell him, those of us who are his well-wishers? We have a message for Kyerematen, those of us who consider ourselves as well-wishers. I blame one person for this matter, and I know who I'm talking about. I'm going to mention his name. The person that I blame in this circumstance is Ken Agyapong. If Ken Agyapong had not defeated Kyerematen in this one, and when I say defeated, it means he did better than him. If Ken Agyapong had not defeated Alan, I'm sure we will not be where we are. It is the situation of Ken Agyapong coming second, which surprised many of us, except maybe my visually impaired historian and a few other analysts. The Ken Agyapong adventure, which put Alan at number 3 instead of an obvious number 2. In fact, Alan started this race as number 1. By 2017, when akufo-addo had taken the oath of office, the minds of the people, I believe, was on Alan. Somehow that kept changing and changing in 18, 19, 20, kept changing until the vote was taken by just the super delegates, which ordinarily should not be any indication. But from what we are hearing from the NPP, as Ken Agyapong said, and we'll be looking at it, Ken Agyapong said the party has spoken and not much is going to change in the main election. So perhaps I blame Ken Agyapong for this because he worked so hard and took a second position from Kyerematen, who was the authentic first or second. And in all the analysis, all the conversations has been about Bawumia and Kyerematen, Bawumia and Kyerematen, Bawumia and Kyerematen. And now, what do we see? We see that Ken Agyapong has come second. I think that is the problem here. That is part of the reason why the Kyerematen campaign is beginning to review what they want to do and how they want to go forward with it. Somebody said on radio that it is going to be very difficult for Alan to win this contest, and perhaps that's a face-saving measure. I don't know whether it's a face-saving measure. Let's just pick up this historical resignation, and then we may come to the choir to do one stanza for us whilst we get the documentation ready. All right, it's as follows, and this is 2007, I believe. It says, I have monitored extensively media reportage and discussions. This is Kyerematen speaking in 2007. That's why we use a photograph of that time. As you see, Alan has been a beautiful man from that time until now. But this is what he said in 2007. And we'll go also and show you what one of the party stalwarts, B.J. Darocha, recounted. What B.J. Darocha recounted about the resignation of Kyerematen in 2008 after the 2007 context in December. This is what he said. I have monitored extensively media reportage and discussions within the past week. Following my decision to resign from the New Patriotic Party, it is clear that there is a calculated attempt emanating from certain quarters to create public disaffection against me for taking a decision on principles and to create the impression that I am vacillating on my decision to resign, thereby displaying inconsistencies in thoughts and judgment. I wish to state categorically that I have not rescinded my decision to resign from the party. The statement further read, we must also not lose sight of the fact that national interest is superior to the interest of any single party. In this regard, I will soon give a firm indication of the role that I expect to play in the political landscape of the country. This is the continuation of the statement of today. But then it's very similar to what he said today. Oh, wow, that's interesting. So it says, I have monitored extensively media reportage and discussions within the past week. Following my decision to resign from the New Patriotic Party, it is clear that there is a calculated attempt emanating from certain quarters to create public disaffection against me for taking a decision on principles and to create the impression that I am vacillating on my decision to resign, thereby creating inconsistency. It says here, the gross similarity, and I use gross in inverted commas, the gross similarity of the statement from my good uncle is what is interesting for us tonight. I have to find time and go and visit Kyerematen very, very soon. You love his company. You would love his company. The last time he came here for an interview, we sat here and talked. You love his company. He has one of the best trade minds in Africa. That's why he almost became WTO boss. There's not a better trade mind that I have engaged than Alan Kojo Kyerematen. He's a good uncle, but at this stage and this evening, the story is not a good story. Let's see what it is, though. He says, this is 2008. He says, I wish to state categorically that I have not rescinded my decision to resign from the party. Okay, we read that already, just not to bore you with time. He says, we must also not lose sight of the fact that national interest is superior to the interest of any single party. In this regard, Alan Kyerematen said, then, I will soon give a firm indication of the role that I expect to play in the political landscape. Well, that role never came, the role that he's expected to play. Following from the resignation and the campaign coming together, I remember akufo-addo was one of those who was very, very determined to bring Alan Kyerematen back to the NPP fold when Alan Kyerematen resigned as a result of quarrels over the party. Alan Kyerematen was the establishment candidate, chief of staff, offered clear support to him. He lost the election. He was unhappy with it. Too many things were done.
Afia Schwar Adom Otchere also na adwenkyerɛ on Alan Kojo Kyerematen ne withdrawal from NPP presidential primaries. Ochemwa ono oblemi Ken Agyapong because Ken Agyapong had more votes than Alan Kojo Kyerematen. Ni nyina ka ho na Alan wa resign no anase wa withdraw from presidential race no because I ohwe se Kennedy wetumi defeat ne party a nya dia obeti ase. Alan afi de wa start here o kasa omobu ni agent na violence bi ekoso. Amanfo so bi se wo social media say Alan Kojo Kyerematen apart from North East omobu ni agent no hifa bio ena ni agent omobu no ombra na ombekere. Ya yakọ ese nsam na o ka no oni fact na o kasa. So fact so dia or say across 16 regions ni nyina no yes basa esi wo ho nti ono de onfa sa evidence no so enye den embra abonten masrowa so be share video we na afoforo so ensa ebeke bi na obekere wa adwen ama me e comment section medi Kojo Black trans gh ebusuya makram